What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Benefit Podcast, bringing you everything you need to know about living your best life. And I know what you are potentially thinking. Does the title of this podcast even make any sense? Is your motivation keeping you fat? Is your motivation actually preventing you making progress? And you're probably thinking to yourself, that makes absolutely no sense, because surely for most people, it's lack of motivation that actually prevents them from making any progress at all, because people wait around for motivation to happen. They never actually get started on anything, or the minute motivation dips, like everything changes, they give up, and you know that naturally isn't going to get them where they want to be. And whilst there is some truth in that, the motivation itself can actually lead you down all of the wrong paths. Now, what I'm going to say is, like, motivation in and of itself is fantastic when it's there. And you may not lack the motivation. You might actually be incredibly motivated to change. You've downloaded all the workout plans. You've downloaded all the diet plans. You've got the apps. You're using AI. You've got hundreds of favorite meals saved, ready to prep. You started more fat loss challenges than you've had hot dinners. Like, your motivation to get going isn't lacking. It's not the thing that needs to change. The issue with that is that very motivation is actually leaving you completely and utterly confused, because what you're doing is you're plucking different things from here, there, and everywhere. You're trying the training plan from one person, one website. You're downloading the diet plan from another place. You've got AI telling you one thing. You've got social media telling you another thing. You've got one fat loss challenge telling you to do X, while someone else is telling you to do the complete opposite. That motivation is the thing that's actually causing you so much confusion that you're just going around in circles, and you're just so overwhelmed with information that you can't actually make a decision to move in the right direction at all. So what you're almost doing by being almost like overly motivated, and like I said, I know that sounds really weird, because most people, it's that motivation that they think they're lacking. Almost by being too motivated, if that's such a problem, is actually that you're trying to implement things that simply don't work for you. Like, because none of the things that you're leaning into, none of the things that you're downloading, trying, joining, looking at, none of those things, you've really stopped to take a minute to think about how you live life. And the reason, like, the way that this can present itself, and I see this really commonly, like you can type into Google, ChatGPT, Claude, wherever you fancy popping information in, I want to lose the maximum amount of weight in the shortest space of time. Give me everything that I need to do. And that's going to spew something out at you, whatever it might be. It's going to, throw you a 6-day-a-week training plan with 2 hours of cardio a day. It's going to ask you to eat, 1,200, 1,500 calories. It's all of these things that essentially just simply don't work for you, because you might only have 3 days available to train. You haven't got an hour every day to dedicate to cardio. You can't get 20,000 steps in a day because you simply don't have the hours. Eating 1,200 calories a day from the get-go, you're never going to stick to it. You're going to binge at the weekends constantly. Like, all of these things they're almost working in the complete opposite direction to what you want them to, because they simply just don't take you into consideration. You've also got no real support in those moments. Like, when you're downloading a plan from one place, it's just a plan. Like, that plan might tell you that you need to do 10 sets of squats. You've got no idea how to do a squat, or the form on your squats actually leaves you injured, or you're working out from home and you haven't got the setup. Like, all of this stuff just plays a big role. And so the thing is, like, it's not necessarily about needing more motivation. Like, it's not even about having to gain more information. Like, the thing that you really need to do is make sure that motivation is well directed. Because what will happen very, very quickly, motivation will fade. Like, and especially if you're not finding that it's working. Like, if you're highly motivated right now, like, you cannot wait to get going. As I say, you've got the plans here, the diet there, the this, that, and the other, and you're absolutely driven and focused and ready to go. But after a week, you're burnt out from trying to trying to fit 6 gym sessions in your week. You're completely exhausted from trying to do an hour's cardio 7 days a week. Your wife's on the brink of leaving you because you're never at home because you're trying to get 20,000 steps in a day. You're living on cabbage soup because that's the thing that you've been told is what you need. Like none of these things are working, right? None of these things are going to get you where you want to be. None of these things are going to give you the push, the drive, basically none of it is designed to fit your lifestyle. And that is the huge problem. The only way that you're actually going to have that motivation continue to grow is if you see progress happening. If actually you can continue to build momentum in the process, because that momentum almost takes over the need to be motivated. If you're making progress week after week after week, your weight's coming down, your strength's going up, you're seeing your body change, clothes fit differently, energy levels are good, sleep's improving. All of those things are self-motivating factors. But those things are only going to happen when you've got plans in place to suit you and your life and where you're at. And not only to suit your life right now, but to suit what might change in your life too. Because that's the other big thing all of these like one-offs can't help you with. Like if you suddenly faced with a week where, you know, you've got this training plan, it's asking you to train 6 days a week, all of a sudden work gets busy, kids get sick, you simply can't do those things. Panic mode sets in, motivation dips, you can't possibly fit it in, and you know, that gets to the point where you then start to think about giving up. Whereas if you're actually working with someone who can help to tweak and tailor and talk to you on a level and help you to understand, you know, like sometimes these things happen, that's okay, right? And that's where human touch comes in. Like a lot of people at the moment are talking a lot about AI and how AI is going to take over and all of this stuff, but AI is not a real person. AI can't give you that in-moment interpretation of stuff. It can't help you with the emotional support. It can't interpret situations and circumstances, make adjustments, help you to overcome problems. Like it just can't do all of that. And I think, you know, one of the big factors that I hate to see with people as well is when they're so motivated that they just go off on the wrong direction, because so quickly that motivation is going to fade because progress simply isn't going to happen. I want you to be highly motivated. I want you to really get off the ground running. I really want you to see change happen quickly, because that's the thing that's going to keep you going. And the only way that you're going to continue to improve is by continuing to keep going. Progress doesn't happen when you stand still. So make sure that what you're doing is using that motivation in the right way. And if you're in a situation right now or in the past where you've found yourself highly motivated and then it's fallen off because you've tried 1,000,001 different things to utilize that motivation unsuccessfully, ask for some help, because that help is going to use that motivation, it's going to push you in the right direction, and it's going to make sure that progress continues to happen, not just in the short term, but actually for a long time to come. Any questions, as always, give me a shout at Ben Howard Fitness on all my socials. ben@benhowardfitness.com is the email. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do all of that amazing stuff, and I'll be back very soon with another episode.